Hello everyone, I'm Eric Anderson, one of the hosts here at IMC Pathways.
And my name is Kazu Fitzgerald, and I am also a host.
And today we are with our friend Forrest Templin. He is a senior marketing student here at Western Washington University, and he also just opened his own marketing agency down here in local Bellingham last year. So do you want to just get us started, tell us a little bit about yourself and what got you into the marketing program here?
What got me into it? Honestly, I hated advertising and I hated marketing. And I didn't really think that it was for me, but I loved making videos when I was a kid. And after a couple years at a different university, when I transferred here, connecting with marketing in a new way for the local bike companies in the bike industry in Bellingham, I found an opportunity to make videos for local community spaces. And the events in Bellingham also bring together like a really inclusive and diverse crowd. So I loved attending like in-person events and chit-chatting and meeting new people.
Yeah.
And telling stories.
Yeah. So was it kind of your change of scenery moving into Bellingham that really made you want to pull the trigger and learn more about marketing? Or do you think it was before that that you wanted to go into something like that?
I think I've always loved telling stories. I think most of us do. It's definitely our nature to communicate and express ourselves creatively. I didn't think that advertising could be done differently and without like selling all the time. But in Bellingham, I found the opportunity to tell stories without having to sell was more apparent and more accepted by the community. And after a year living here before coming back to school here and scrolling through different majors and figuring out what was going to work best coming back to school, I decided marketing and leadership would be the best bet.
Yeah. So going a little farther into that, when you said how advertising can be done differently, what do you mean by that?
I mean, at the moment, I hate advertising for the most part. It is sales focused and brand oriented without respect for the audience, I would say. And same as art, I would imagine that when we express ourselves from a place of like genuine creative output and storytelling around the values that an organization holds, I think that that is a better framework to market and promote business and products.
Yeah.
But product-focused, divisive, manipulative content and marketing is not what we're interested in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about the unique classes within the marketing program helped you kind of decide on the marketing major?
Honestly, Marketing 380 with Dan as the introductory marketing course is really all I needed
Okay.
to get into it.
For the people that don't know what that class number is, could you explain like what that class is and like kind of the details around it?
Yeah, the principles of marketing is really with emphasis on just like the broad process of marketing and like understanding what it is and what it isn't, and really incorporating everything of promotions and how to structure your public communications on behalf of a business. Way simpler than I ever thought.
Yeah. How did those foundation marketing courses really set a foundation for you where you are at now with your own marketing agency?
Yeah, I mean, it kicked it off, honestly. And at the time, I wasn't sure what marketing was. I had no idea what it actually meant. And I was confused that it meant advertising or promotions. And in those foundation classes, we learned that it is the process of value and communicating that to a customer, which really resonated. And yeah, it gives us like specific business language to basically sell creative video ideas to clients, because that's what I love.
Yeah.
And it's a lot more, I guess like personal autonomy to be able to use the language and communicate with people in the business sphere, but I can still be my unprofessional self.
So you can still kind of lean into your own creative side while still, okay.
100%.
For sure.
And then were there any valuable skills that you learned from the marketing program that helped you kind of set your career or bump started
Which part of the marketing program?
as a whole.
I haven't finished yet, but I would say so far, consumer behavior and marketing 382 with Kat
Okay.
was the most audience-focused, I would say, like, well-intentioned marketing course in the program, where we can empathize better with our audience, consumers, but outside of like dividing the consumers, like really understanding what they need and not turning wants into needs, but genuinely understanding where to communicate, how to communicate, and facilitate people to find their own value and meet their needs.
Yeah.
From the foundational courses, what are some of the key takeaways or valuable skills?
Yeah, I'd say the biggest skill is empathy, to be honest. And really the only one that matters. Outside of personal skills, personally professional, I guess, so like planning and organization. Yeah.
Do you kind of have a class that you've taken so far that you've really exercised those skills you're talking about?
Yeah, honestly, the Marketing 382 with advisor and professor Kat Armstrong was the only class that we've taken that is audience focused, consumer behavior, and really understanding the wants and needs of the consumer and prioritizing and focusing on how to respect the needs of the audience and customers and how to meet them in a responsible way.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I actually took that class with you. We were in the same group. I definitely think that class takes a very different perspective on marketing overall, and it's definitely a cool outlook to have. Do you have a project that we worked on in that class that you think really worked towards that?
Yeah, it was sweet to be able to research the Bellingham Coding and Robotics Club, like local STEM youth program, and yeah, run surveys and marketing reports, and yeah, really connect and plan a research program around what people need and what they're interested in, what they think, what their attitudes are, and not necessarily how to shape those, but just to understand them for its basis level.
Yeah. And then you talked about Kat a little. Has there been any other faculty members within the marketing department that have really helped you along your journey, and do you have any specific experiences?
Yeah, Tej with his brand management course, he's also an advisor. I think that's $4.95, and really, really fun to just drop in by office hours, chat with him for a few hours, right, and connect about weird ideas or cultural marketing and just like ways that we can actively build better strategies around connecting with consumers. And of course, Dan. Dan is a favorite of mine and a lot of ours. We get to make videos and we get to do stuff like this. I'm not in IMC, but I can still be a part of it, which is fun.
Yeah.
Good.
So you just talked a little bit about Kat, who's also an advisor and a teacher here. Do you have any other experiences with other faculty members that you think have really helped you along your journey?
Yeah, I would say Tej, who's also professor and advisor. I took brand management, so marketing 495 with him, and drop by his office hours pretty frequently to chat around his ideas of brand communities and community building strategies within the marketing framework. And then of course, Dan Purdy, mentor, advisor, favorite professor of ours. And
who doesn't love Dan?
Who doesn't love Dan?
Exactly.
So far through your program here, we were talking a little bit about projects earlier. Do you have a specific project you could talk about that you think has helped you build your portfolio for future success in marketing?
Yeah, I mean, outside of all the projects that we've done together on our teams, I would say the brand research project with Tej was really fun to be able to bring in outside work and outside festival promotion for the tune-up and run panels and community discussions and focus groups, and then basically formulate and organize like a client-ready survey and report around like consumer sentiments in town
Yeah.
leading up to the event. Super fun to be able to like blend actual physical community marketing events and research that and learn the frameworks here in the program.
Yeah, kind of getting that hands-on experience, but still through class, for sure. So far through your career here at Western, has there been any events that the marketing program has been able to prepare you in career readiness?
Yeah, I was like a judge monitor for the marketing case competition.
Okay. Could you
And-
describe a little bit what the case competition is?
I'm pretty sure it's basically an opportunity for a week's worth of case prep with a client account at a partner marketing agency. And they bring in maybe 20 judges, and the teams from freshmen to seniors prepare their pitch and lay out their entire proposal to the client, actually, in the case and in the room that I was in. And it's super fun to just watch all the students' different ideas and their different planning techniques, and then the judges deliberate and chat through it, and then also hold them accountable and not let them talk about each other's work. And yeah,
Yeah.
Who
Keep
are,
it fair.
who are some of the clients that work with the case comp?
I think it was New Engine, right?
Okay.
Yeah, New Engine was the agency who had a flower organization.
Yeah.
And they're trying to sell Valentine's Day flowers, big promo sale, a lot of creative ideas, and a lot of interactive advertising, which was like really unique, even from freshmen. So it was cool to just like field new ideas, and obviously it gives the agency great ideas, and they can see the future and then recruit straight out of the case comp too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool.
I also heard, I'm not sure if you experienced this, after the case comp, there's some networking times for students. Is that true? Were you able to experience that at all?
Oh, it's a big networking event. Everything really is a networking event. And we know as marketers like how important it is. So yeah, that was an opportunity for all of the teams as well to see the awards and chat with the judges and yeah, potential employers. Super important.
Yeah. So you've clearly had already a very interesting experience so far throughout the marketing program here at Western. What's one piece of advice that you think you have for either current or potential students here in the marketing program?
Yeah, I'd say look at the most interesting classes, the ones that you're not a part of, or maybe you hate, or you have barriers or conflicts around them, or you're really interested in that field and try that class.
Yeah.
Let's say you're not interested in advertising at all and you hate it, and I do. So I think it's really unique to be able to put yourself in uncomfortable positions like that and see if you can do it. And you'll probably be able to do it better.
Okay. So just give it a try. Okay.
What excites you most about the future in marketing, and how has this program helped you get ready for that?
Yeah, honestly, event marketing and event production is becoming the hottest thing in marketing and more important than digital marketing, which is really important because we understand that social media and social communities and one-way advertisements aren't the only way or the best way or most cost-effective way to connect with their customers. So I think it's really interesting that marketing is shifting towards a physical outreach and more empathy towards the consumers. And because there's so much happening all the time, it places more intentionality on the marketers. And they're the link between the community and the company. So they can act as advocates for the community. And more of us, especially after having gone through the program here, I mean, I'm still in it, but like, we want to advocate for the needs of the community, Bellingham specifically.
Absolutely.
And we have the responsibility to be the middleman between that. And it's difficult, but our professors here genuinely want to see a better future in advertising and marketing, where we are able to have the support that we need to get the support from the businesses to deliver the value for the communities that they deserve. I think that's where marketing is going.
I 100% agree. That's definitely a very great perspective to have on marketing
Thanks.
overall. I think that's about all the questions we have for you today. Thank you so much for joining us,
Oh,
Forrest.
of course.
Thank
Of
you.
course. Thank you.